I've had a few questions about this assignment, so I thought I would just make a quick little video and go through it step by step with everyone to make it a little bit easier to understand. This is a summative assignment for Unit 6, so it involves a lot of the stuff that you've learned in this unit, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to advise Carlos what car would be best for him to purchase, all right? So you've done a little bit of this in assignment 4 in unit 6, so maybe go back and have a look there and just read that over again if you're not quite sure how to get started. What you need to do here is take the information that you're given and try to decide, based on the information, what's the best way for Carlos to purchase a car. Should he buy a used car? Should he buy a new car? If he buys a new car, should he lease or should he buy it with financing? And so all of those decisions are based on information that you've learned from this unit. So Carlos makes $35,000 a year gross. And remember that gross means that that's not with his income tax deducted yet, or his CPP, or his unemployment insurance. So he's not going to bring home $35,000 a year. He's going to bring home less than that. You have to take away 15% for his taxes. And then subtract the appropriate EI and CPP amounts to work out how much a month he brings home. It's going to work out to approximately just over $2,000 a month that he has. And remember that he has to use that to pay for his mortgage or his rent and his food and all of those types of things that you've been looking at in some of the assignments up to now. He's 28, he's single, and he has to get to work. And it looks like he's driving about 40 kilometers each day for 5 days a week to get to work. On weekends, he might use his vehicle for personal pleasure type things, and that's about 80 kilometers a weekend. So he's got $3,500 saved up. He's got a down payment of $3,500. And a down payment is the amount that he takes off the price because he's paying that off right away. The vehicle that he has been driving is not worth fixing, so he has no trade-in, in other words. So he doesn't have a vehicle that he can trade, or maybe he can get a little bit of trade for it, but he certainly can't drive it or sell it. And he wants a vehicle that's going to be dependable so that he doesn't have a lot of maintenance costs. He wants something that's fuel efficient, and he wants something with low maintenance costs, and that means that it's either not going to require very much fixing or that it's going to be inexpensive for him to fix, and some cars are more expensive than others to fix, so we have to keep that in mind. So based on all of that information, I've provided you with a couple of different websites. If you decide that Carlos should purchase a new car, then you could go to any of the dealer websites. There's major manufacturers in Canada for cars. I started you off with a couple like Ford and Toyota, but you could also try GM and Chrysler. Who else? Hyundai. I'm drawing a blank. Dodge, maybe. Things like that. You can find all the new car websites. Another thing that you could do is you could look for a used car for Carlos, and if you want to do that, then these are a couple of good sites that you could look at, either Kijiji in your area or autotrader.ca. Or if you want to just look at a newspaper or even pick up one of those little booklets that they have in the corner stores where people are selling their cars. I can't remember what they're called, but they have all sorts of print ads with cars for sale by private individuals. Either way, once you've decided whether he's going to buy new or lease new or buy a used car, then you have to give him some advice in terms of why that car is best for him. I also want you to work out what the payments would be For that, you need to know what the interest rate would be. For a used car, you may have to go to a bank loan, so you would look in terms of a personal line of credit or a bank loan. For a new car, you can find financing information on the website, and for a car lease, you can also find the financing information on the website. And be sure to include how many months you're making those payments for. So write a little report when you've looked up all that information, and this is what you can hand in to me. Send a report to Carlos and say, "Dear Carlos, I'm recommending that you purchase this car. The reason is that, the reason I think this car is the best one for you is these reasons." And then show him what the payments would be, how long it's going to take him to pay off the car, what he should expect in maintenance costs and things like that. Maybe the car's got a warranty, and maybe that's one of the reasons why you're suggesting he buy that car. So he'll have X number of years without having to fix it, and so on. And that's what I want you to hand in, is your little recommendation or letter to Carlos saying, this is what I want you to buy. Okay? If you're still having any difficulties with this, please email me, and I will try and help you some more. Thanks.